Hello! What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roman Puss here with some OPBR tier listing. Now, we just had the second anniversary, and we got the brand new characters that just came out, the new EXs, which are rather game-changing. But today I wanted to go over an attacker-only tier list. I will be coming with the runner and the defender in the next couple of days, so I will have those out soon. But first things first, I want to let you guys know, if you like the video, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Also, check me out on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be streaming OPBR and just playing games with you guys and doing league battle and whatnot. So, just want to let you guys know that, and let's get down to see who's the best in all of OPBR. Alright, now, here's our list. We got Patricia up there, in literal god, because Patricia is a god indeed. But our first unit, we have the Nico Robin time skip. She is not very good. She's got a little tremor, but yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on the lower half of the tier because we know they're not good for the most part. And yeah, new players to just, stay away generally from this lower half of the tier. But Nico Robin, I don't know, she's got a tremor to her, which is like about as like the most useful thing. Her basic attacks aren't that great, and yeah, it's just not that good. Katakuri Red, he used to be a monster back in the day, but then all of a sudden, I think Shanks, it was when Shanks came out, he kind of became irrelevant. His abilities, his cast times on his skills are a little bit too long, and it just takes a little bit too long to do things. So, and he's very one-shottable, so he's easy to dodge his skills, and he is one-shottable easily, so kind of just worn down a little bit. Your boy, Silver's Rayleigh. Definitely one of the top. He's great at dealing with you-know-who. We will get to him eventually. Yeah, he's definitely great. He's kind of needed. The green is coming back and running the meta, so he's great to see. He's always been a monster with those fast, quick skills, and if he crits you, you're pretty much one shot, almost guaranteed. Yeah, it's kind of a monstrosity. This kid, Kaido. This is Kaido. He was a monster, started off. Then he's kind of tapered down because when he is in drunken form, he doesn't have any dodge, so which is kind of a big problem because people will just keep knocking you down, and then you just keep knocking down, even though like you may be able to get a one shot off on some people, which can sometimes be game changing. But for the most part, he's not that great until our new characters came out, where they're green, he's green. All around, it really helps him. So I think he's kind of necessary, and he can one shot the you know who. So he's vital. Yes, definitely vital. Next up, we have Bride Nami. Now, she honestly has kind of surprised me. I'm going to put her at the bottom of this one. By the way, for those of you, I always forget to mention this. The row does matter. So I'm putting as like right here, we have Rayleigh is better than Kaido. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, so I'm saying Robin is better than Bride Nami. Bride Nami potentially might be down here, but I mean, generally over in this bottom half, they're generally all not that good. So she's playable. She honestly, there are some times where people play her, and she kind of surprises you with the damage. But she's very easy to kill. She's not too big of a problem. All of that stuff. Red Sabo. This kid. I'm so glad to see him put in his place and knocked down a peg, finally, because he needed it. But it's overall, with the way the meta's running, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I would potentially rate him above here just because of the first new character. We got our boy Odin. Odin's obviously not going to show up in this list, but Sabo can deal with Odin decently well, which is great because you can stuff off the treasure, knock him down with your fire, and you're golden. So overall, you have a dodge. I don't know, Kaido, it's just the fact that Kaido doesn't have a dodge, but these two are, no, it's Red Sabo's definitely better. Red Sabo's better for other people, but Kaido's just kind of getting that niche role that makes him useful, kind of like Kuma had with Big Mom. Whatchamacallem, what is Christmas Frankie? That's his name. I was like, I know Frankie, but I was trying to think of what the specific part of it was called. No, definitely not up there. Christmas Frankie, he's a 3-star. He could potentially be above Bride Nami. Probably not, though. These are kind of interchangeable. He's got a very fast, like, fireball skill. I would say he's kind of just sitting here. He's chilling here. He's whatever. I don't know. He's got his fireball, and then he's got his little nippy stun gun. So that's kind of cool. But other than that, you're not that great. You're a red fighter. Yeah, if you're a red fighter, you got other much better options. Arlong, terrible. Don't play him. If you're playing him, you are literally trying to lose, or you're title hunting. So I'm just throwing that out there. Christmas Chopper, definitely better than those. It probably sits here. I don't know. He's not hard to kill. It's rare for him to kill you. You kind of have to actually be trolling for him to kill you, which occasionally happens, but it does. So, yeah, that's him. Ryuma. We got our boy Ryuma, green attacker. He is potentially, I don't know if I'd put him better than Nami. I don't know. These are 3 stars, so they're way understacked compared to her. But she's kind of hard to make work because she's got ranged. So overall, yeah, I don't know. She's blue fighter. He's green attacker. Probably Ryuma. Yeah. Probably better than her, I would assume. Bonchan, not great. Probably, well, I don't know. These really don't matter too much, but they're just all bad. Don't play them. Green Boa, she's not very good. She's potentially better here. I don't know. Actually, Green Boa's, she got her Petrify. If there weren't so many Luffys, she would kind of be a little more playable. Wow, we're filling up this list actually pretty fast. This part. Probably, yeah, better than them. Green Boa better than them, but yeah, she's definitely down here for sure. Green Anel, green fighter, he's an OG, he's terrible, but I mean, he's more useful than these 2 down here. This dude has like, I mean, I don't know, it's like your combo's kind of never going to work in this day and age, but like, he used to be somewhat better, and I don't know, he's still kind of better, and since kind of green's coming back a little bit, I don't know, he's alright, but either way, you probably just shouldn't be playing these like bottom halves. Dogoresu Boret. I'd say he's pretty solid. Kind of underestimated. His skill 1 is actually pretty nasty, and I honestly forgot that he has a heal if you get the full charge off on his skill 2, which also 100% tremors if you get it fully off. Kind of need to build him a little tankier. You can't go full glass cannon because it's just not really going to work too well, especially with your skill 2 charging. He was the first OG person to have a charge skill, I believe, and we thought he was going to be the Blackbeard counter, but he ended up not being. But he's actually not too bad. His basic attacks are pretty good. Basic attacks are probably like a 6 out of 10. His skills, I don't know. His skill 1 is fast. It's a quick right punch, so it's really good. You can juke people out with it. Captain Kid, terrible. He's a bounty fest. One of the worst bounty fests to ever come out. I actually really like Kid, but they shaft him in this game for whatever reason, and I just don't know why. Akainu. Better than those 2, honestly. Is Bounty Fest as well. He can kind of snipe. He can do a little more damage and setup, and his basic attacks have kind of been adjusted and fixed a little bit to be a little bit better. Better than this kid, so yeah, I would much rather use Akainu because you can kind of like shoot the Fire Fist from across the map and it works pretty well. Stampede Sabo. This kid, you can see his abilities coming. You know when he's going to use this big one-shot ability. It used to one-shot. It doesn't really one-shot so much anymore. He's better here. I think, yeah, he can do decent damage. I would say he's more viable than these down here, for sure. Yeah, Green Sabo is definitely more viable. This Luffy does not matter. That's garbage. Green Lucci, better than these units. I'd say he's sticking around somewhat. I don't know. His anti-ignore defense thing kind of comes in handy and can like hit people pretty hard sometimes. It's potentially one shot. And his crit little pokey thing is also kind of pretty decent. So keep that in mind. Arm point chopper, don't use it. Blue Ace, don't use it. These orders, I don't know if you really want me to put them in order. I would say Bonchan's more useful than the Blue Ace, but these two are pretty atrocious. I wouldn't play them. Red Snaggy. What do we got for Red Snaggy? No, he's down here. He's probably down here. You kind of have to play him as a support, and you kind of rely on a teammate, and you generally don't one-shot. You ignore defense, but you usually don't one-shot. That's the tricky part. Not that great. His basic attacks are also terrible. Don't play him. Cabbage. Cabbage pretty I don't know. Especially with the green fighters. If you're going to play a green fighter, you have Rayleigh kind of. Cabbage is kind of fun. I don't know. In fact, Cabbage is really smooth feeling. I'll give you that. But he's kind of he's like subpar. I wouldn't play him. Marineford Ace. Definitely the betters of the Why Do You Exist. But yeah, just don't play that either. Luffy Taro. Better than these kids over here. Luffy Taro. The thing with Luffy Taro, why I'm putting him... Actually, could I put him in A tier? Nah, he could be up here. Luffy Taro's up here. The issue is when he doesn't have his... Yeah, the issue is when he doesn't have his skills, he's kind of useless and just a sitting duck. Overall, I don't know, he can destroy defenders, so that's kind of why he can one-shot a lot of people with his skills. Bullet's kind of a little trickier. I don't know. A bullet doesn't do as much damage with his skills, so I would kind of put Luffy Taro. Some people might fight that, but Luffy Taro's, as long as his skills are pretty short cooldown, so You are kind of useless without your skills, but when you get them back up, you can make it work. Jinbe, 7 Warlords of the Sea. Jinbe, probably down here. He's not doing so hot. His skills are really slow in the cast time, and he's really not that tanky to be able to get his skills off, but he can one-shot. He's honestly, like, definitely playable, for sure. Used to be, I mean, these new anniversary characters, especially with the green being kind of rambunctious with the green units that are going to be out. Yeah, I wouldn't try and play them, especially since they're non-Devil Fruit users. Yeah. This one of your best bets for fighting your boy, the only EX unit. Yeah, you're going to want him. If you don't have him, yeah, I recommend him. Red Lucci, he's CP0 Lucci, he's really, really good. And I would, recommend keep using him. Time skip Luffy, better than the Robin. Not much to say about that. Older unit. Doesn't do too much damage anymore, but he used to run amok. Nothing what he was. It's moving on. Gear 4. Gear 4 potentially better. Potentially, these two are interchangeable. I don't know. Gear 4 is good. He's really squishy. He's got Tremor. Like, his skills, he'll one-shot you with his combo, but he'll require both skill 2 and skill 1. He'll one-shot you, and that's kind of all he's got. He's kind of almost like Luffy Taro in a bit, but like Luffy Taro's skill cooldowns are way shorter than his, so that he's a little more viable. Stampede Luffy, this kid kind of goes, no. Stampede Luffy's like, all right, not very playable anymore. No. Yeah, just don't play that. I don't even know if new players can get that anymore. Mihawk, Red Mihawk, pretty bad. I would place him somewhere down there. He's not good. Don't play him. His skills take 10 years to go off, but sometimes it messes with players. Sometimes they'll dodge right away because they're so used to people having fast abilities. But he's got super slow abilities, and it kind of trips you up sometimes. Green Sanji, pretty atrocious. No basic attack sequence. He's kind of just down here. Just don't. I'll put him down here. He's down there. I don't know. His abilities used to be able to like one-shot and you could catch people off guard with it, but the meta's heavily changed. You can't do that so much anymore. Shanks. For now, I'll give Shanks still a top tier. Given the metas with those green units, he gets destroyed by these green meta units. Yeah, he just gets bamboozled. I don't know if I would actually recommend 100% playing him until the green meta's down, but he's still a good overall, like, he's a decent unit. I would probably, well, potentially, I'll leave him there for now, and we'll see if I need to move him around. Smoker, this Smoker used to be, he's better than these units down here. He's kind of just a one-trick pony. You use your skill 1, you can generally one-shot people with your skill 1, and then you're really not that special after that. That's about it, and it's kind of a decently long cooldown on the skill 1, so wouldn't necessarily play that. X-Drake's also kind of another person who's never really shined, but he is a bounty fest. His dino form can wreck you, but hardly ever, and usually you have to not be paying attention. That's like, in a 1v1, when you're fighting a Drake's usually not that hard to fight. So, overall, it's kind of, like, his skill 1's kind of impossible to dodge, but Drake's dino form is, I don't know, it can be good if you're trying to, like, trample people over who aren't paying attention. So, those ones you can fight for either or. That's up to you on that one. Zoro Judo, no, not so good anymore. He's kind of a more defensive-oriented fighter. He used to be so good, but he's not it anymore. These ones, I'd probably move them down. He could be above the Luffy. Probably, potentially above Jinbe, too. I don't know. His damage is not there anymore. Just not it. Kiji. Boy Kiji. His freezing, I love his freezing. His skill 1 can, like, one-shot you, and you can't move at all, and you can't play the game because he just freezes you. So, that's all he does. But if he Fs up his skill 1, then you shouldn't have any troubles fighting him. Basically, if you can mess with him on a skill 1 and kill him before he gets it back, you should be winning that easily. Boa Hankaku Swan. Now, she would be outstanding. The blue Boa Hancock. She would be amazing. She would, like, literally be one of the best fighters in the game had there not been so many Luffys. Granted, we are kind of on green meta now. She's not the best choice either, even though they can be petrified. But no, there's too many Luffys running around. You can't, I don't know. She's still definitely really good. Really, really, really good against anyone who's, like, not Luffy. But, and besides, like, the EX greens. But other than that, anyone who's not Luffy or EX greens, she kind of, like, destroys. So, And they won't even be able to fight you back because they'll be petrified. So keep that in mind. I love her. She's really fun. I'm working on maxing her currently, so I will be playing her. Bugstinator. Better than these kids. Buggy's actually really undervalued. No one really plays him, but he's actually can do fat damage with his skill 1, and his skill 2 can come in handy because it heals and attack buffs your entire team. So keep that in mind. Love it. Blue Fighter Buggy. Fantastic. Moria Swan. Moria Swan. Actually, let me move Boa. Boa, I think, could be at the bottom of here. Boa's really good. Moria Swan. This Gecko Moria is actually one of the best 1v1ers in the game, I'm going to be honest. The green EXs, there's no way he will be able to fight these green EXs. They're kind of disgusting. They kind of destroy him. You kind of get one-shot-ish, even though you have a defense buff and an attack buff. So keep that in mind. Yeah, without taking into consideration the meta, Moria is one of, without a doubt, one of the best, 1v1ers. He's fantastic. You can 1v1 a lot of people, provided you land your skill too. But it's kind of reliant on that. Getting to the newer units that we have recently. Oh, Kiku. Not here. So here's my thing with Kiku. In the first 2 minutes, she's probably sitting about here in B tier. In the II tier. But when you hit the last minute, which is the only minute that truly matters, she's like in S tier. She does fat damage. She has a 30% damage buff. She gets all her skills renewed at 60 seconds. So, I think she's really, really good. I'm kind of going to balance her in the middle, but she's definitely very, very playable. She's a blue unit. I have one of my Alliance crewmates, Damas, that, plays her, and he whops me sometimes with her. And, yeah, very playable. I really like her. She's good. She's good. Probably better than Kiji. Potentially. I don't know. These two you could fight back and forth. Potentially better than Kiji. I'll leave her down here for now. But she's actually... No, I'm going to put her up. I kind of like her more than Kiji, I'm going to be honest. She can do lots of damage, and her skills are kind of tricky to dodge, to be honest. Luffy's better. Luffy, actually, yeah, Luffy's up here. Reason being, I know he gets destroyed by these new green EX units. But the thing is, he is one of the most vital. He is useful for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is the anti-heal. If you get the anti-heal on you-know-who, you know you did your job. Let your team take care of the rest, because all you need to do is run away, even though that's what they do anyway, is run away and use their skills. So just don't use your skill to your teleport thing on him, because then it won't work. Just use your anti-heal on him, run away, leave your team to deal with it, and survive, and you're good. Luffy, one of the most cancer bounty fest. His skills are almost impossible to perfect dodge. They're you have to predict it. You can't truly go off of when he's going to use it. You actually just have to predict when he's going to use it. So he can fake you out, you waste your dodge, and then he pretty much one-shots you. Plus he has 60% bonus damage on your treasure. So don't fight on your treasure with him. Just saying. Zoro Dressrosa. Now, I kind of dumpstered on this kid at the beginning. I always said he was a solidly good unit, which I think he was. People are saying he's super OP, and I don't know if I would agree that he's OP, but he's definitely a really good unit. So I am going to throw him up here, and I know you people are going to be like, wow, Roman, you said he wasn't good. You said blah, 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 blah. Now, this one I am taking into consideration the meta. He is one of the better people, if not potentially the best, to fight our new EX units. That is solely it. If I play Gecko Moria, I can destroy him. Gecko Moria tier below, a majority of the time, I can beat the Zoro Judo from this kid who's a tier below. Yes, I obviously have color advantage, but I don't know, Gecko Moria is obviously not as popular, not as renowned. Probably Kiku can beat him too. The thing is, given he's here solely to kill the greens. That is his purpose. Otherwise, I think he's a very solidly good unit. I don't think he's generally crazy. But he's here because you kind of need him and you want him on your team when you're trying to deal with our one and only EX friend. Smoshigi, didn't pull for this, didn't like it. I don't think it shines. I fought them. They're easy to kill. They're squishy. He can one-shot, but overall, I don't know. It's whatever. Not a big fan. And lastly, you know who. Gonna go right next to Patricia. Your boy Goldie Roger. Now, I love my green meta units. and I've wanted green meta for so long, but we really had to break the entire game to get into the green meta with this kid. He shines. He's fantastic. He's literally Shanks V3. He's literally a better version of Shanks. All his things that stop him, like he's got that heal, and that's why you want the anti-heal on him from the Luffy. He destroys. He one-shots. If he gets like 3 stacks, he's gonna just keep one-shotting your team from there. He is killable, but it's kind of difficult. You got to be able to kill him or one-shot him before he one-shots you. Is kind of how it works. So. Team Boost is your friend when fighting him, and dodging him is also kind of tricky, and he has his damage reduction skill too, which you can use for multiple purposes. You can use it to defend and tank a hit, and then wait out their dodge, and then hit them, which also a skill 2 does not do increased damage based off full charge, so don't worry about full charging it either. So you just do fat damage based off an instant cast and with damage reduction. So kind of gnarly, so keep that in mind. Very hard. It's a rough banner to pull on. I spent a lot of gems on it just to get him, and I ended up with like a few copies, and we got him, but we got him maxed with 4-star frags. So that is our King of the Fighter units, which is obviously befitting, but it's going to be a rough meta, and lots of people will be complaining, but yeah, he's definitely changed the meta. I'm not here to complain, but he's rearranged it some. I'm gonna be honest, just a little bit. So that is our attackers tier list for season 48, I believe. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I messed up anyone seriously hardcore? I'm not here to argue, but if you guys think something different, let me know. I kind of want to know. If you guys think I kind of missed a detail on what makes someone good or someone bad. So, obviously, you can't take into consideration that the green meta is going to be running, so obviously blue units are at a very big disadvantage with Roger running around and Odin as well. So I tried to kind of ignore that fact and give some like balance out the actual blue units, so keep that in mind. That is kind of why I did that. But yeah, so that is my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe if you enjoyed. Also, again, check me out on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're out here playing OPBR and sometimes occasionally other games. But yeah, so check me out there. And that's all I have for you guys. So I'm your boy Roman Plus. I'm going to be taking off. Yeah. Peace, beautiful people.